Hello there, my name is Ratish Sekhar and I am the director of the movie Pudiya, and I would like to thank and say hi to the 8th Indian Cine Film Festival 2020.
How did you come up with the idea for this film? What was your drive behind making this film?
Well, I've always been fascinated by Ayurveda, spoiler alert, Ayurveda, how underrated Ayurveda is, in the global medical industry. Um, Combining Ayurveda with a passion of, you know, kind of crime and thriller, in my experience, that's something that's never been done before. So, a thriller which is kind of driven by Ayurveda, coming up with a unique subject like that, that's really my driving force in doing a project like this.
What roadblocks did you face when you were starting out?
In terms of roadblock, any roadblock an independent filmmaker gonna be facing, with respect to finance, not having an extended team like production team, production controller, line producer, that kind of thing. And obviously, marketing is a challenge, distribution is a challenge. So when you get started with a project like that, you gotta put one and one together and come up with whatever you have. But that's what drives us, right? The passion is what drives us. So there were pretty much roadblocks all over the way.
Tell us about managing human and financial resources of this film production.
Well, luckily, our human resources were limited to, I would say, about 8 to 10 members. And most of them were definitely friends and family. We had some professionals who are like working in the active film industry in Boston and Connecticut area join us. But managing them, we had a team, a small team, and everyone stepped in. Everyone had their roles and responsibilities assigned, and we were really good with setting up expectation, right? So having a call sheet in place, for example, when to come, when to leave, what our expectations are from a crew standpoint, not to tire people out, and having a vigorous pre-production plan, that certainly helped.
What challenges did you face while shooting this film?
With respect to challenges, finance was definitely a challenge. I wouldn't shy away from saying that. Not being an active, a professional filmmaker and not having the support of a producer or a production company, that's certainly something that drives. That's really the way to go with respect to making a movie possible, right? So we didn't have those kind of resources available for our disposal. So me and my team, we pretty much were able to research and find out what was required for this whole journey. And this is not my first movie, and you'll be surprised to learn what kind of resources are available out there for a filmmaker. YouTube, starting with YouTube videos, or taking some online courses, those kind of things absolutely helped.
And how different was it from your original envisioning of the movie?
Well, originally when I envisioned this, I wasn't looking for a thriller-based idea. But when it took us about 4 to 5 months to come up with a solid script, along with the final monologue, which is pretty much poetry. The lead actress, Shamita Behel, she's the one who wrote it. She's an impeccable writer. So when we had those things stitched in together, and as a director, I was able to envision those things wrapped around in my head. I kind of had, so basically what I'm trying to say is I had a vision for the product when it started, and towards the mid, it kind of shifted. And when the final product came out, I would say it was about 75%, 75 to 80% of exactly how I had envisioned it. So I would like to again thank all the organizers. We are in this pandemic, so we are only able to do film festivals, things like this remotely. So those are challenges. I would like to applaud and thank the organizers of the Indian Cine Film Festival 2020, and thank you so much for selecting our film, and hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much.